welcome to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today we are going to do Nilima Painting, which is originally discovered by me through practicing and experiencing different art forms and art mediums. So today's painting technique is really special, which is a 3-step painting technique. This painting can be done on any surface from glass, tin, plywood, canvas board or even MDF board. Any surface which is stiff and hard enough to hold this medium, it can be done on it. So friends, do watch the complete video to make this beautiful, rich and elegant painting yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. Now let's quickly check out all the materials. For this painting technique, we are going to need 3 most important materials to do 3 easy and simple steps. First of all, for the designing part, we are going to need ceramic cone liners like this ones. They come in this kind of cone packaging in different colors just for ₹30. You can also make this kind of ceramic cones at home. The recipe will be given in the description box below. Next, for coloring part, we are going to use a Fevicryl glass colors. I love the shine and brightness of these glass colors. So for coloring, I will be using Fevicryl glass colors, which are water based. You can also use solvent based glass colors if you like. Other than that, to color the lining part as gold, I'm going to use gold acrylic color from Fevicryl, sparkling pearl colors and a paintbrush. For transferring the design on our base, we are going to use a carbon paper. This time I'm using a yellow carbon paper. You can use any other color you like. This painting can be done on different platforms from a wood, MDF to a wooden cutout piece like this one. You can also do it on canvas board, a thick piece of glass or even a tile. For our final finishing friends, we're going to do varnish using a mixture of clear resin. So for this part, I'm going to use my best resin, which is Art Expo resin, which will give our painting a very beautiful shine and a permanent brightness, and will also keep it scratch and stain free. So let's start the video friends. First of all, we'll start by preparing our base using Camel Texture White, which is a primer. And using a flathead brush, we're going to prime our wooden plank as white. Now after priming the base, let it get dry completely for at least 20 minutes. And then we can start transferring our design on the base. After 20 minutes, the primer has got dried up completely. So now let's start transferring the design. For that, I'm going to use a carbon paper. So place the carbon paper on your base in this way and then lay your favorable design that you want to place exactly on the carbon paper. And then using a tape, seal all the 4 sides of the reference carbon paper with the base in this way. This is how it should look. Now using a pen or a pencil, start tracing the design on your base. You simply have to go all over through the design in this way, and the design will be easily traced on the base. As this is a very simple part, so I'm going to complete it myself and then show you how the design looks on our base. Now I have finally completed doing the tracing part. So we'll remove the reference sheet and carbon paper just from one side and take a look whether we have completed all the tracing as we wanted exactly from our reference. You can clearly see this part I did miss, so place it again and make it. So now it looks complete. So remove tape from all the 4 sides. And finally, this is how our design looks on the base. So now friends, let's start our next step, which is to do the cone work around the entire design we have made. And for that, I'm going to use a ceramic cone, which are just worth ₹30. You can either buy them online or make them at home. They do come in different colors. So this time I'm going to use a white color ceramic cone and start doing the lining work. Now using cone, I'm going to start doing the lining part, and you simply have to do the cone work around the design you have made. So now friends, in the same way, I will be completing doing the designing part and then finally show you how does it looks. Okay? Now friends, I have finally completed doing all the cone work, and this is how beautiful our design looks after it has got dried up. You have to let it get dry for at least 24 hours before starting our next step, which is coloring. So for coloring the gold work, I'm going to use this beautiful and bright gold acrylic color. It actually brings the richness in all over painting. That's the reason I love to do gold coloring over this clay. So using a paintbrush, I'm going to color the entire designing part using gold. This time I'm also going to color the inside of the design using the same gold color. Now friends, in the same way, I'll complete doing the golden coloring part and then show you how does it looks. Okay? After coloring the entire designing part using golden acrylic color, this is how beautiful and shiny it looks. One of the reasons this painting looks so rich is because of this beautiful antique gold color. So now friends, let's start our next step, which is coloring. For that, we're going to use Fevicryl glass colors. This time I'm going to do a lot of shading in the flowering part and going to keep the leaves as simple green and olive green color. Before we start coloring using glass colors, make sure that you have placed your art piece on a plain horizontal surface so that your color does not flow out of the lines. First of all, I'm going to start coloring the flowers using pink color, and simply have to add few drops of pink in the center place like this. Then I'm going to use white and just add 4 little drops on each line. White easily get mixed with any color while shading, so you simply have to let it be there, use a needle and just move the white in pink. The shading will be done by itself very easily. Do the same for all the center of the flowers. You can clearly see so many bubbles, so using a cotton bud, just pop them up and this is how it will look. Now I want to make purple color, so in the same bottle of pink color, this is just half filled, I'm going to add some sea blue color to make it purple. So this is how you have to do it. Hold the bottle in this way and add just a little bit of sea blue. You can clearly see. Now close the cap, shake it very nicely so that both the colors get mixed up very well. After mixing it nicely, I have got a light purple shade. So this is how you can test it easily on a paper. Take a white paper and this is how the color looks. In the same way, I have made wine red color by mixing just a little bit of brown color with pink, and this is how it looks. Let me show you on paper. This is how it looks when it's light. So for the next two petals of the flower, I'm going to use a bright pink, then wine red, and finally just one drop of purple. So this is how we are going to do it. First use pink color for the petal. Bring it till 2/3 of the petal. Then use the wine red. Mix it just a little bit with the pink in this way. And then finally add one drop of purple in this way. Repeat the same step for all the petals. First by using pink, then use wine red, mix it with pink, and then use one drop of purple right at the edge. And now for the finishing touch of the flower, I'm going to use the golden yellow color for the tip for this part. After the flowers, let's start coloring the leaves, for which I'm going to use a light green color. To make a light green color, you have to mix equal quantity of crystal green with yellow to get this kind of beautiful light green color. Now in the same way, I completed coloring the entire flowering part, and this is how beautiful it looks. So now friends, I'm going to start coloring the base using a cream color. Last time you have seen that I did use white, but this time I do want it to give a off-white look. So for that, I'm going to use this cream color, and using this color, I'm going to color the entire background. Now in the same way friends, I'll complete coloring the background part using this cream color, then let it get dry for 24 hours and then I'll show you how does it looks. Okay? Now after 24 hours, our painting has got dried up and you can clearly see how beautiful the background color looks with our painting. So now friends, there is only one last step remaining, which is also an important part of this painting type, which is varnishing. So for varnishing, we are going to use a clear coat of resin, and for this much size, which is just 8 into 8 inch, we are just going to need 20 grams of clear resin. So let's start mixing the resin. Here I'm using Art Expo resin, which we have to mix in 3:1 ratio. So I'm going to use 3 parts of part A, which is a resin, and 1 part of part B, which is a hardener. The ratio is written on the back side of the bottle, so read all the instructions before you start using it. I'm going to mix 15 grams of part A. So on the electronic compass, set the measurement to 0 and then start pouring 15 grams of part A resin. So here we have 15 grams of part A, which is clear resin, divided by 3, and we're going to need 5 grams of part B, which is hardener. So this much will be enough. Now using an ice cream stick, I'm going to mix this clear resin very well till at least 5 minutes. Now my resin is ready to pour on painting. I have mixed it for at least 5 minutes so that both the resin and hardener mix completely. Now I'm going to pour it on entire surface, and then using the same ice cream stick, smoothen out the resin all over the painting in this way. Make sure it covers every inch of the painting. I'm going to use a flaming torch to pop out all the bubbles. You can also let the resin just simply sit for 24 hours as it has a auto bubble release formula, so the bubbles will come on the top and pop out themselves. Now friends, I will let it get completely cure for at least 24 hours and then show you how does finally our painting looks. Okay? Now friends, this is how bright and and beautiful our Nilima painting looks when the resin is cured completely after 24 hours. I absolutely love the bright and rich look of the beautiful flowers and the colors. You can clearly notice there is a sparkling gold tint inside this beautiful coloring we have done, and the most important is the varnishing part. It leaves with such a beautiful glossy and smooth effect to our entire painting, which makes it so easy to clean, and it also increases the life of this painting as this resin is stain resistant and scratch resistant. So you can easily clean it whenever you want. You can hang it right this way on your wall or place it on your desk. I absolutely love this ultimate painting form we have created, and this is something you should definitely give it a try. So friends, do tell me in the comments below what do you think about this new painting form, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.